hand function. I'll call on you, unmute your line, ask your question, and then remute. Let's start with Eric Skopel.
Coach, I was wondering if you could provide some specifics on what you're doing to honor the 2019 team tomorrow. It sounds pretty significant. Can you give us some details on that?
Yeah, well, it all kind of came together organically. This isn't anything that we set up. So I think they're going to have a quick video tribute. I think it'll be at a timeout of some sort. We don't really have anything organized from our end. I think it was really cool that that they kind of put this together themselves. They realized, oh, somebody's going to be here. Well, I'm going to be there too. And then they let Satu and Mignon know, and they said, well, we'll come. So it was kind of cool. And hopefully we get a great crowd that'll be there not only to see the current Duck team, but to really pay tribute to them, because it's not often that they're able to come to a game during the basketball season, just simply because they usually have to go overseas. But for whatever reason, it just happened to work out right now. Hopefully they get a big time cheer. I'm sure they will. First chance they've had to come back since the whole pandemic. So it's probably going to be a surreal experience for them, but we're really excited that they're here. If nothing else, I just want our players to get to know them a little bit. As crazy as it sounds, only Sedona and Niara were here in the program when they were here just 2 short years ago.
Brandon Cameraman.
Hey, Coach, I was just wondering how you approach tomorrow's exhibition game. I know you're not one to ever not want to try and win, and that's obviously the goal, but is there some sort of other thing you're looking for, something you're going to try out in the game?
Good question, BK. I just, no, we're going to play it. We're going to, the game's going to be live streamed. So we don't really want to show too much, for our early season opponents, because it is an advantage for them. But the reality is we're going to just go out and play. Everybody will get a chance to play. I think that's important. It is an exhibition game. However, we are going to play to win. We haven't handled this any differently than we did 2 years ago when we played USA. Honestly, we played everybody in the first half that night. Few people remember that, and we were still able to get it done. So yeah, we just want to make sure we get through the game healthy, that we look good. We don't want to get sloppy regardless of what the score is. St. Martin's has already played a game, so they're going to be ready. They have a game under their belt. And let's face it, this is the first time, believe it or not, any player on my team in our uniform has played in front of a home crowd. So we might be as nervous as the other team, to be honest with you. So I'm interested to see how it goes tomorrow.
Jared Denny.
Yeah, Kelly, just kind of building on that last point you said about the crowd, just how exciting is it to get back out there after what you guys went through last year and be in front of a real crowd once again? Oh
my goodness, I can't wait. Can't wait to have our crowd back. It really does make a difference. We were second in the nation in attendance 2 years ago, the last time we had fans. And I'll tell you, every game you have the ups and downs, and when you're struggling a little bit, it's nice to have that home crowd to kind of get you motivated and get you pumped up and maybe refocused. It also affects the opposing team. So we truly do have a home court advantage here. It's not just words. It's a real thing. So glad that they're back. And I don't know the protocols, though. I'm assuming they all have to be vaccinated or tested recently, right? So let's go. Get loud. Get loud.
Andrew Hobner.
Just to go back, Kelly, on honoring that 2019 team, if my numbers are correct, I think Ruthie's the first WNBA champion that's come from Oregon since Shaquilla Williams about 15, 20 years ago or so. Nate, you can correct me if I'm wrong there. But just generally for the program, for the national profile, we all have seen Sabrina and what she's done with elevating the Oregon brand, but to have a WNBA champion now that, played minutes throughout the season, what does that mean for you guys, for the program at large, and your ability to go out and recruit and point to something tangible at the higher level there?
Big time. Yeah, and Ruthie had a chance to talk with the team already. She's been here for a few days. What an incredible accomplishment for her and her team. I think is just so neat. I take pride in it myself because, having shared the journey alongside her for 4 years here, and now to see what she's doing in the pros, I think it's really special. I think all of our graduates, they've all done well. This entire group, you know, you can't turn on any kind of a sporting event without seeing Sabrina in a commercial or two, right? Ruthie now WNBA champ. And then every time I get on, you know, online to buy some new shoes from Jordan or whoever, you know, there's Satu's picture, you know, she's on the front page of Jordan brand. So, I mean, they're just all accomplished, not only on the court, but off the court. And they're really representing the University of Oregon very, very well. We're proud of them. Mignon, who will also be here, you know, she's an assistant coach down at Sacramento State. So she's starting her coaching journey, and just really special night. I'm so proud of them for who they are and what they did, certainly for the University of Oregon, and continue to do.
Scopel.
Coach, just from an availability perspective, anybody not available to play from a health perspective tomorrow, and kind of have you settled on how you want to handle a starting lineup or a rotation? Is it just going to be kind of a mix and match, or what's your plan there?
Well, tomorrow, yeah, it's going to be a lot of mix and match. Everybody will play. Eric, I can't believe I'm saying this. We have all 13 players healthy and available. I mean, you know, I bet if you polled Division I coaches across the country, there wouldn't be 10% of the programs that have everybody ready for the first exhibition game. Just this time of year, you get, you know, aches, pains. Well, we don't want to push it because it's just a, you know, an early season game or an early season practice. So we've been healthy, knock on wood. And so, yeah, everybody will be available tomorrow. The only question mark, we're still waiting on Taylor Hosendove. She's the only one, I believe, that has not been, you know, gotten her waiver to play from the NCAA. We don't know if she's able to play in an exhibition game or not. We're still waiting for the final answer. I'm hoping that she is, since it isn't a true counting game.
Aaron Heisen, Daily Emerald.
Yeah, Coach, can you talk a little bit about it's like having Sedona's presence both on and off the court, and just kind of like how her influence rubs off on the other players on the team?
Aaron, that's a great question. I'm really impressed with what Sedona is doing and has done. I mean, she is a lightning rod, right? Every time somebody, you know, has a cause, or they want a spokesperson, whether it's for gender inequality or for, well, you know, whatever, NIL, you know, she's the one they call and ask. I don't know how many U.S. senators and House of Representatives I've talked to that want her to get involved, and she seems to juggle it all really well. Hasn't missed practice, comes with a great attitude, is putting in the time off the court as well. And she's just got a million things going on. It's amazing. She's a marvel. She truly is. On the court, I'll tell you, she's playing really well. You know, shooting it well. She's got that mid-range game. Her and Niara especially are really developing a great synergy in practice, that high-low game. And so I've been impressed. Now let's see if she goes out and does it when the lights are on.
Antoine Staley, register guard.
Hey, Coach, you have a talented group of newcomers there. Just talk about them and what you've seen from them so far.
Hey, I love this new group. They all give us a little something different. Elise Hurst, transfer from New Mexico, is a deadly outside shooter, and she's got great feet defensively. She's become one of our best defenders, certainly on the perimeter. I think, you know, Shannon Duffusy, you know, good three-point shooter. I mean, she's in her 6th year. I think they're starting to call her grandma. But she, you know, she's been around this game a lot, has a lot of experience, and it shows. She plays at a high level intellectually, but really shoots the ball well. Shania Pinto, you guys, junior college transfer from Chris Duarte's junior college. I love her activity. Defensively, she is long, she's athletic, she's tenacious, really good on the board. So she's going to give us that energizer element that we're going to need, I'm sure, at times. Taylor Hosendove's kind of a jack of all trades, really good, very patient, excellent interior passer. Did I cover all of them? Transfers? And then the 2 freshmen. Filipina Che, you guys, has a chance to be a really nice player for us. She's going to be 6'8" the whole game. She's got a great feel for the game, finishes well. She's strong, great rebounder. I think Taylor Bigby, who has been out a little bit with injury, is just now back about a week. And so she's still working through some stuff, but plays downhill, really good defender. I'm missing a transfer, you guys. India. How could I? Yeah, she was all Pac-12. She knows what it takes to succeed and compete in the Pac-12. So I don't really see her as a newcomer necessarily. She knows the conference, really good shooter, and she has blended in nicely. So really, I think all of our newcomers are able to help us at different times in different ways.
Couple more for you, Coach. Let's go back to Andrew Hobner.
Just to touch on Filipina a little bit more, looking at some of the statistics you put out from the scrimmage, it seems like she really had quite a performance in that. This is also a 6'8" player that I'm sure will get some ample minutes there at the 5. I know Sedona kind of likes her mid-range game a bit. How big is that for you guys in terms of, you said mixing and matching, now you have 6'8" down there, when maybe that opens up your 6'7", forward center to be able to operate in maybe a different space than just being traditional back basket.
Yeah, I put that little tweet out just to tease you a little bit. Nobody really knew of her. So I thought that would, I'm glad that you picked up on that. Yeah, she had a great first 40-minute scrimmage, 22 and 9, only missed one shot, got to the line a lot. She's just got a really good feel for the game, got good hands, can finish. She's a defensive presence. One day, Tahina drives down. She thought she had a layup, and out from nowhere comes Filipina, and she must have thrown it literally to that 12th row. And even Tahina had to just laugh because she goes, I didn't see her coming. She just can make up ground like that. So I really like her. She's a typical freshman, though. She's got, a ways to go. Played in Canada last year, Andrew, and, they didn't play any games. So she went a whole season without playing, and she needs time on the court. So I'm excited to see how she looks tomorrow when the lights come on. I'm really excited about her future, though. And she's got such a great attitude. And she reminds me of Ruthie in a lot of ways. Ruthie, you guys forget or may have forgotten, we actually offered to redshirt her as a freshman. We didn't know what we had. And then for whatever reason, when the lights went on and the games were played, she became a beast. I mean, it was all Pac-12 as a freshman. So you just never know what happens when you go live. So I really hope that she falls into that category, but she's got the Ruthie smile, man, and that Ruthie attitude that's infectious.
Eric Scopel.
Can you speak to a little bit of the growth from the 4 freshmen from a year ago and kind of maybe some areas you've seen improvement there and maybe how collectively they fit different roles this year?
Well, I think 3 of the 4, the 3 guards that we have back, Sydney Parrish, Maddie Shear, and obviously Tahina, have really solidified themselves into our rotation. I mean, those guys are all playing well. Sydney is, I think she's had a great fall. Defensively, she gets hands on a lot of balls. She's a good team defender. Still got to work on her on-ball defense. But she just does it so smart and is shooting it well from range. Maddie Shear, you guys, is just a great player. She's a jack of all trades for us. Really good, our best defender on the perimeter. And I think she's squarely put herself into a starting role for us. And I like playing her at the point and even Tahina and India and those other guards off the ball a little bit because she's a pass first player. And I like how that has gone so far. So yeah, Maddie, I expect a big year. And then Kylie, Kylie's gotten better. She has improved and she's working her butt off. She's just at a position where we got a lot of talent and returning talent and, with Niara and Sedona, but she's in the mix. She's in the rotation. There's no question about that.
Last question, Jared Denny.
Hey, Kelly, real quick, I wanted to go back. You mentioned that you guys are still waiting on some paperwork things for Taylor. Does that mean that Shannon is totally cleared? No hoops left to jump through? Good to go?
I believe so. I haven't seen it officially, but nobody has raised any concerns about that. So as a grad transfer, I think her waiver process is a little bit easier, so to speak. Yeah. So we're still just, I think, waiting on Taylor, but I'm sorry, I can't confirm that. I will find out before we play, believe me. All right, you guys. Hey, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you here in person, okay? Bye-bye. Sydney's right here.